This is All India Radio, the news read by Valsa Williams. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for institutionalizing counterterrorism cooperation at the multilateral level. The Prime Minister stressed on avoiding politicization of mechanisms like United Nations sanction listings and the Financial Action Task Force to combat terrorism. Mr. Modi was speaking at the Leaders' Dialogue on Strategic Responses to Terrorist and Violent Extremist Narratives at the UN headquarters in New York. Briefing media about the Prime Minister's engagements, Secretary West in Ministry of External Affairs Gitesh Sarma said Mr. Modi asserted that terrorists should not be allowed to get funds and arms. Mr. Sarma said the Prime Minister stressed on global solidarity and readiness against terrorism in the same way the world has shown solidarity against challenges like climate change. The Prime Minister said terrorist attacks anywhere in the world should be considered as an act of terrorism and not as good or bad terrorism. Addressing media, External Affairs Ministry spokesman Ravish Kumar said yesterday the Prime Minister held a series of bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly session in New York. Secretary West Gitesh Sarma said at the high-level meeting, Mr. Modi highlighted the bold steps taken by India to achieve universal health coverage. Speaking at the Climate Action Summit during the 74th session of the UN General Assembly, the Prime Minister said more needs to be done to tackle issues related to the worsening climate crisis. A new initiative was launched at the UN Climate Action Summit to help guide the world's heaviest greenhouse gas emitting industries towards a low-carbon economy. India and Sweden, together with Argentina, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, South Korea and the UK, as well as a group of companies, announced a new leadership group for industry transition yesterday. Addressing a press conference, Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar said the last 2 days have seen major takeaways, including the decision that heavy industries who are doing their bit on their own without any external help have decided to have a low-carbon path. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold bilateral talks with US President Donald Trump today. The two leaders are expected to discuss a broad gamut of bilateral relations. In other engagements, Mr. Modi will attend the Indo-Pacific Island Leaders Meeting. He will gift Gandhi Solar Park to the UN. The 50 kilowatt-hour rooftop solar park has 193 solar panels, each representing a member of the multilateral body. The Prime Minister will also receive an award from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The Reserve Bank of India has placed the Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative PMC Bank Limited, Mumbai, Maharashtra under directions. According to the directions, depositors will be allowed to withdraw a sum not exceeding 1,000 rupees of the total balance in every savings bank account or current account or any other deposit account, subject to conditions stipulated in the RBI directions. The directions shall remain in force for a period of 6 months from the close of business of the bank. The bank has, however, clarified that the issue of the directions by the central bank should not be construed as cancellation of banking license by the Reserve Bank. President Ramnath Kovind has called upon people to show similar dedication and commitment towards Jal Shakti mission as was shown to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. He said the country has almost achieved full sanitation coverage and it is on the verge of becoming open defecation free. Addressing the 6th India Water Week 2019 event in New Delhi, the President said the government has launched the Jal Jeevan mission to ensure water supply to every rural household by 2024. He said at present, about 18% of rural households get piped water supply in India. Jammu and Kashmir has become the first state in the country to issue the highest number of golden cards under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Over 11 lakh golden cards have been generated within the first 90 days of the launch of the scheme, with 60% families having at least one golden card, which is the highest in the country. In women's cricket, India will take on South Africa in the first T20 of the 5-match series at Surat this evening. The match will begin at 7 p.m. All India Radio will broadcast live commentary of the T20 match alternately in Hindi and English from 6:50 p.m. till the end of play. It will be broadcast on FM Rainbow Network and additional frequencies. And with that, we end this news bulletin.